like you just don't care.
Welcome to the Kombat AllStar Show, brought to you by Quantum VFX, making the impossible possible. I am Kombat AllStar, and we have a lot to go over as every week. Just want to let you guys know this will be the last show I do for a couple weeks. Got some really cool stuff coming up, and I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. I'm going to come back with an action-packed edition. But for now, let's enjoy the time we have together. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk comic books. So this week we're going to talk about Avengers versus X-Men. And yeah, I know, it's an old comic. Not too old. Still going to talk about it though. Said I was before when I was talking about Marvel vs. DC, so I'm going to continue to talk about it. Story, really good. Not really a Marvel guy, as you all know, but this one's pretty good. I'll give you kind of the summary and let you guys take a look at it later, but I don't want to ruin it for you. So basically what happens is Scarlet Witch, Magneto's daughter, who's a mutant, says the words, no more mutants, because of some incident that happened previously. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. You guys can look into it yourselves. But she says no more mutants and kills 90% of mutants. And she doesn't kill them. She just takes away their power so they become human. Something that happens unnatural. So after this happens, Cyclops, who's really kind of a messed up, crazy drill sergeant kind of guy now, he ends up training his daughter, Hope, and thinks that she's going to be the catalyst for Phoenix when Phoenix comes back. Now, most of you know who the Phoenix is. If you don't know, you gotta find out. Anyway, Phoenix is going to come back to Earth. It was prophesized, so he's training Hope and training her since she was a little girl. And when the Phoenix comes back, he's hoping that the Phoenix will hop into her body, take her as a catalyst, and then she can make the mutants come back, give people back their powers. So they're at the time now where the Phoenix is coming back, right? And the Avengers are seeing it like, oh my gosh, you know, they're freaking out because they got to protect Earth. This super powerful being is coming back, and they know what happened last time. Destroyed a lot of what was going on in the planet. I think several blocks of the city, killed Jean Grey, so she's dead. So they want to stop the Phoenix. The X-Men, they want the Phoenix to come back to take over Hope so they can basically make their race come back. So there's a conflict of interest. Now the Avengers now in the comics, they're about 100 deep, like literally, and then the X-Men are like I think like 6 mutants and then like maybe 12 students, right? So you have this army of soldiers trained under Captain America against, you know, all these mutants. It looks pretty one-sided. It looks like the Avengers are going to just wipe the face of the earth with these guys. But then the Phoenix comes down. And the Phoenix comes down and he takes over 4 mutants. He takes over Cyclops, he takes over White Queen, he takes over Colossus, he takes over Namor. And they become the most powerful entities on Earth. So they clash back and forth. It's, you know, they're basically wiping out the Avengers one by one. And it gets pretty epic. So I'm not going to ruin it for you. You got to go and read it. I like to read digitally. Comixology is the way to go. If you don't like that, go check out your local comic book store and just read it. Tell me what you think about it. If you read it already, if you haven't, leave a comment. Or if you haven't, go pick it up. You know what I mean? But if you have read it, again, leave a comment below. Love to know what you guys think about it. It was an awesome, epic story. Like I said, I'm a DC guy, but this was really something that you should sink your teeth into. I know Marvel's kind of for kids, but this was really an adult graphic novels, an adult series. So I advise everybody out there, go check it out. Let's talk wrestling. In wrestling, we had a lot of really cool stuff happen. We had NXT, their pay-per-view, or I guess their special, aired, and it was really cool. I would, you know, rant and rave about how awesome it is, but they continually set the bar. And I mean, their standard is so far out there that me constantly telling you guys how awesome it is just, you know, it wouldn't like change anything. It wouldn't make it feel any more special than any other show they normally do. There were a few surprises. You had Kevin Owens actually win the title from Sami Zayn, which was a little weird. The Fatal 4-Way with the girls was amazing. Sasha Banks really she nailed it. I mean, she did a great job. She had Charlotte in that in the submission at the end, and then after I guess she had to break it up. I think Charlotte got to the ropes. They had to. She ended up rolling her up. She was too tired to kick out. It was a good match all in all. And then even the interview after the match with Sasha Banks, and you saw her, kayfabe her character, and then at the end she started crying, and you could tell it was a really emotional moment. And there's something to say that if the NXT title means a lot more than the women's title or the Divas title on Raw and SmackDown, I mean, that's saying something. So, I mean, again, hats off to NXT. They do a great job every time they come out. Finn Balor did a great job. He's the Royal Contender now. Hideo Itami did a great job in his match too. I mean, everybody just did a great job in their match. They worked really hard, and it shows. It shows. Also, Lucha Underground, my favorite wrestling promotion out there. Awesome as always. And I mean, again, it's the same thing with NXT. They consistently raise that bar, consistently put on amazing shows. I mean, the promos get better and better though. We had Big Rick, they had a promo with him, and he's coming back to get his revenge on the Crew. And you had Alberto Del Rio, who's going by Alberto El Patrón. He was there, and he was, speaking a lot of truth about WWE, why he left and everything, very open. I think his attorneys freed him up to be able to talk about that type of stuff. So it was really, really cool to see Lucha Underground kind of, I mean, it's awesome to watch it grow and get to the next level every single show. Even TNA stepped it up. They did a great job with their show. The pay-per-view Lockdown was not that great. I didn't like it at all. I actually, flipped the channel. But this show was pretty good. The camera was a lot better. The lighting was a lot better. The feel, I mean, there was some really good wrestling. I mean, the match between Austin Aries and Bobby Roode was just killer. So, I mean, good job, TNA. I'm really glad you guys found your identity finally, and I'm happy. I just want you guys to grow, and the more wrestling products out there, the more wrestling shows out there, the better. The better it is for talent, the better it is for fans, and I mean, I'm just a happy wrestling fan all around. Lucha Underground is still the best though. Let's talk video games. So there are a lot of really good titles coming out this year. This is the year that should have been the launch year for next gen, or current gen, as I should say. So you got, I mean, all the games people were waiting for coming out this year. You got Uncharted 4 coming out. You got The Order coming out. You got Halo 5 Guardians coming out. So, I mean, the list just goes on and on. Even Mortal Kombat is going to be out pretty soon. Evolve is out. So, like I said, a lot of really good titles coming out. I'm really excited for Halo, for Quantum Break, I hear is going to be coming soon, and then for Mortal Kombat X. Really excited for Mortal Kombat X, if you guys couldn't already tell from my last shows. So, what are you guys really, really excited for? What are you looking forward to play, to see, to demo? Like, what kind of games are you guys looking to actually play this year? I know I just told you mine, Random Girl. What are the games that you're looking forward to playing?
Well, I am excited I'm not sure when it comes out, what year, if it's this year or next year, but I am really excited for Gears of War, baby!
Gears of War, how can I forget Gears of War? I think it is coming out this year. Either this year or next year. I know Black Tusk is working on it, but yeah, how can I forget Gears of War?
Gears of War, and then Halo. I'm a huge fan of Halo. They changed it a little on Halo 5, but I'm still a fan, so I still want to give it a look-see and see how that goes.
Yeah, I know, I am too. I didn't really like the controls and everything, on the beta. You guys already know about that from the previous episodes. But I am interested to see what they're going to do, especially with Commander Locke, and just see how that whole universe fleshes out. Really interested to see what's going to go on with Gears of War. You got a new studio taking it over and everything, so I don't know if they're going to continue the Marcus story, which I really hope. Dom is dead, so I don't know what they're going to do about, that. Is Coltrane going to be his new left-hand man? So, I mean, I don't know.
They might somehow incorporate like a new, interesting character to replace. His name was Dom, right?
Dom,
yeah. I think they might introduce somebody new,
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, but they got to be careful because they did that, they took the B team with the last Gears of War game where it starred Baird, and it was just a disaster. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know, like, I kind of, either maybe Dom is, not Dom, but maybe Marcus is like son or something, or if they want to like refresh it and have new characters, maybe it's got to be like the son or the nephew or something, Marcus.
Or maybe he might meet up with a guy, one of his longtime friends that maybe he thought was dead, and he'll run into him. Maybe. I don't know.
That'd be cool. So what do you guys think? What are some of the games that you actually want to play after, you know what I think, what Random Girl thinks? What do you guys think?
Tell me your opinions!
Let's talk visual effects. In visual effects, I want to kind of let you guys know that Rhythm and Hues won an award for their movie, the short film actually, called Life After Pi. And the award that they won, it was the award for the best documentary short film, and it was at the 30th annual Santa Barbara International Film Festival. So, I mean, congratulations, guys. It's really cool that you actually won that award, especially since, you had a hard road. I mean, we all know what happened. I mean, this documentary, takes place and talks about, shooting during the life of Pi, and everything that happened afterwards, them declaring bankruptcy, not knowing, what they were going to do next. And I mean, it's just a really good story. We all know where they're at now. They're in a good place. They were bought by another company. So I mean, congratulations on everything that you guys were able to accomplish. And congratulations on winning this award. Really awesome. I know that in the industry of entertainment, visual effects artists, visual effects houses have the deck stacked against them. So it's nice to know that, to know that your story actually, happened the way it happened. Gives kind of hope to all the visual effects artists and the visual effects studios out there, and people that have, small visual effects companies like myself, and, just other independent people trying to get into the business, that you can do it on your own terms. You don't necessarily have to do it, the way they want you to do it, because if it was the case for Rhythm and Hues, they'd be gone by now. So kudos to those guys. Congratulations on the award. And if you haven't watched it, go check it out. If you have watched it, I would like to know what you think. Thanks again for watching the Kombat AllStar show. I enjoyed doing it. Hope you enjoyed the show. As always, continue to share, talk to people about it, hit that subscribe button right there. And Random Girl and I will see you in a few weeks. Oh, don't forget, if you want to contact us, Kombat AllStar at Twitter, Quantum VFX at Twitter, as I prefer. Use the hashtag AskCast, and I'll make sure to shout you out on the show. If you want to talk about topics or suggest topics or just anything you guys want to talk about, feel free, and I will definitely respond to you, definitely take it to heart. If there's something that you want added or want me to talk about or want to change, this is our show. So let me know. See you guys in a few weeks.